How many total? And if you...
Do you see that? Do you see why I call them criminals? I know in Nigeria, you call them leaders. I understand. You call them your leaders. Unfortunately, in my own eyes, they are criminals. And I know them. I'm not, see, this is not like a libelious statement. Stop calling them criminal, Mayegun. There is no court that has convicted them. Which court will convict them? Nigeria court. Cement, they talk to. So because courts never convict. Which court? Nigeria court. Kwankwaso is a career politician. And all they do is they make a deal. Walk around the park. Walk into the room, read the room. It's a business for them. According to them, they're already preparing for 2027. Yeah, they're already preparing for 2027. They say now they go court. Now still they say they look for mandate. They are preparing for 2027. Criminals. Irresponsible criminals. Anyway, Nigeria is a crime scene. You just need to be very careful which part of the criminal gang you want to belong to, or else you will be the scapegoat that they will use as an example to pretend to the world that they are fighting a crime. Remember that when you want to go into their criminal adventures, trust me, you need to be very careful. In fact, join APC. There is no kind of crime that you may think you are into that you won't see those who are worse than you there. They are called honorables. They are called excellencies. Some of them are called distinguished Sama, like distinguished Senator Kwankwaso from Kano. It was in Paris. They told you a few days ago, they said that Kolu was going to Europe. There's no country called Europe. Do you know that? Continent. Okay. There is continent called Europe. This is Europe. I am living in Europe. I'm living in one of the countries in the Europe. So which means you have to be specific. But we know that Tinubu, we know well. But we know where it is shouting me low. That came to mind. One sec. Thank you. He's in France to check on his health. There's nothing bad in that. But lying about it is very bad. You can't tell children not to tell lies when those who are supposed elders, old people, they lie. Imagine old people when they lie. Can't they get angry? When they are called out. I won't go treat myself. I want to go abroad and treat myself. Nobody go beat you. You are in, it's from Nigeria. Nigeria is a lawless place. Don't pretend that you don't know that, or they don't know that. But lying is bad. That's what we tell our children. Don't lie. Don't tell a lie. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Is that not what you tell your kids? How dare you try to help them explain lies? I know nobody can shame the shameless, of course. But bros get shamed small, once in a while. You see that bad clock, a broken clock, is right twice in a day, AM and PM, sure. So they get shamed once in a while and thank me later. It's good to have shame once in a while. He went to Europe to go and recharge, some are saying. Others are even saying that if I say the battery no they charge well again. Oh. What do you mean by the battery is not charging again? I say, well, they say the charging ports where they here, they don't spoil. Somehow, he's there in France. Finally, they told us he's in Paris. He's not meeting any investor. Maybe he's meeting with the Shaguri, but he doesn't have to go to Paris to meet the Shaguris. The Abacha's, bagmen at the time. He doesn't have to go to. Well, anyway, he's in Paris meeting foreign investors. He was supposed to go to Europe countries and visit. Well, there's actually nobody visiting him or meeting him. Nobody. Seriously, nothing official. Anyway, they said he had a 4 hours meeting with Kwankwaso in Paris yesterday. Now, their meeting is normal, but they could have that meeting in Nigeria or anywhere too, but they won't have them in Nigeria. Nigeria is like a graveyard. Here you get. They steal from Nigeria and they take them to wherever they like abroad. Yeah? But when they die, they go back and bury them in Nigeria with fanfare, partying and all of that, mourning, crying and all those things, food, drinks. Because Nigeria is pretty much like a graveyard. But do you see the goodies of the land as taken and stolen and moved like say tomorrow, no day? Anyway, Kwankwaso is there. And this time around, sir, I don't come home. What do you have for me? I am ready to serve. As usual, he's making his own deal. And from that deal, it simply means that Kwankwaso is expected, right, to move to APC, Egbekegbe, and support Tinubu. Others are saying, maybe if this whole thing leads to a rerun means they're likely going to need Kwankwaso. People are thinking of a lot of things, okay? A rerun. Do you actually believe that? Eh? Okay, man, no make you feel like say it's impossible because some of those who told you that you are just joking, you are wasting your time. You have 4 people tweeting in a room. A lot of them today, instead of them coming to you to say, wow, you surprised us all. Rather than them to come and say that to you, they are angry, very angry with you because they said they will teach you a lesson. Remember? All of you disobedient, they will teach you a lesson, this political lesson of your life. Now, can't they teach them the lesson? So instead of them to admit and say, "Omo, una shock us so," rather, they would rather just attack you because they hate you for it. They were those who are supposed to teach you a lesson, and you can't teach them lesson. So any small thing like this now is like a fight. Even if you say, where is Kolu? A fight. Do you understand? But I understand in case if you don't. So they say they are planning that maybe, as no do. I just feel there's a way or so. We'll go see where this ends. But tomorrow, some of those things are pointed out to you right now, and so many others. So that's why some people believe that Kolu, even if they swear Kolu, if they swear for Kolu, it will likely be the first president in Nigeria that will be thrown out by the Supreme Court. I said, omo, dream ye lagbarao. I say, some of you, well, anyway, I believe you. Sure you get. Knowing who Kolu is and knowing who Obi is, sometimes you just have to take the seat and just watch, like myself. So their court case starts or continues tomorrow, Wednesday. And yeah, we'll see when Kolu himself will come back to Nigeria. But here it is. One of the presidential candidates is about to kiss the... Well, he didn't even go to court. Fair enough. So they said they offered Peter Obi the same government of national unity. They didn't offer Atiku. Somehow, they told him that, you see, Obi, let's agree that this election flopped. You are a southerner. Tinubu is a southerner. So what happened is that let's work together. We will give you whatever you want. This is not personal thing. Or when I'm saying government of national unity, it's not just personal thing to him now. It's called political patronage. Come and shop. Oh, yeah. Tell your people to come and sit down here. Make them shop. Give me a sec. That kind of a thing. Let's do a government of national unity so that we can say, Shebi, you want to fix Nigeria. That's why you want to be president, Tabi. Okay, now that you are not president, send us some people. We'll give them appointments so they can do all that your idea with us and we can move Nigeria forward. Nalayo. So they asked him. He rejected that. He said, the first thing first is let the court first decide. If the court says you won, right? If you still feel like you want to offer people in my team to work with you, then they will know they are working with a legitimate government, not to come and legitimize a crime that a lot of you are having sleepless nights over because you don't know what's going to happen next. What is all this? It seems for the first time, this is the first time that they feel like there is actually a court case against an election in Nigeria. Before now, it's always there, prolonged, while they are making some little deal behind the scene, trying to kind of close the gap and all of that. So if the deal works fine, they will tell the court to announce that the election is okay. Sure, you get. But it seems this is the first time that they are actually going to hold them, and Tinubu is going to be docked. Is going to be in that court. Yes, it's going to be docked to come and explain his own side of the story too. So it seems this is the first time that is happening, and they will rather shut down before it even gain any momentum. So you begin to ask yourself, oh, no wonder you have a papa, you have this. In Rivers State alone, do you know that the Rivers people, they were so mad with Wike, that a lady governorship candidate would have been their governor in Rivers State right now if they allowed everybody to just go ahead and do what they are supposed to do, like a vote, do your thing, no interference, no disruption, no attack. Now Labour Party woman for the governor for Rivers State right now, no joke. Now they are in court. She's in court, but guess what? Her papa don't write. Her papa don't put lawyer together to write the tribunal in Rivers State to withdraw their case. Yesterday, they raised the alarm. Somebody don't write letter saying be national chairman of Labour Party. Lamidi Babalawo papa he won't withdraw the case. The tribunal case of Labour Party in Rivers State. So like I said, whatever happens to Rivers State, or whatever they plot to do to Wike, throw him under the bus or whatever it's going to be, are you with me? It seems that is being cooked as a proper distraction, and BBC is helping them to put that in the psyche of the international readers. Well, fair enough, you've got social media that will never fail, right? And talking about social media, you see, there are some certain things I have personally learned, okay, myself, when it comes to free speech and all that. You see, what I'm doing right now is called digital footprint. I have thousands of videos. I have, sort of possibly tens and hundreds of thousands of digital footprint myself. Things that if there is any single one of them, right, that in kind of violate any law anywhere, there is no amount of goodwill somebody may have. Yeah, all of this can go up in smoke. And that's why we need to kind of be careful. I love free speech. I love freedom. I love all this. But at the same time, you will never understand what they are until you lose them. But if you really want to lose your freedom, I mean, sometimes it's good to lose your freedom for fighting for something, right? Not because you acted foolishly. Somebody where they want born can't go rob kerosene or can't go rob petrol for body. Few days ago, we saw the altercation, which finally led to an assault, against a police officer. Altercation between Seun Kuti and one Nigeria police officer. A lot of you have said a lot, but when you finish saying all you want to say, then come back to what really happened. And think for a moment and see if, in all sincerity, you would do the same if you are given a chance, right, to correct such. Like some will say, I will do the same. No, you won't. You know you won't. Okay. So Seun slapped a police officer in public, very angry and raging because the policeman put the lives of his family in danger. You can call it road rage that could have gone south. A lot of you could probably be writing RIP right now over something that could indeed be controlled. But when you look at Nigeria, a system that kind of operates kind of a revenge sort of kind of system. When you see the policemen malhandling the citizens, you will think they have this personal vengeance. They have this kind of revenge. They are, like they have something against their own citizens. That is so personal for a police officer to go so mad with somebody they didn't even know. So you have that system that works like that, which means that same system breeds, they say in every action there is always a counter and opposite reaction and all that. But nevertheless, we don't like police. I don't like them. You get, there's something called necessary evil. You don't want them, and you are likely not going to be able to do without them. I mean, it is the kind of power they are given. And in Nigeria, where they are so corrupt, and they are always, by some means, this is another one. When you meet Nigeria police on the road, and you dress well, you smell well, or maybe you are driving a nice car, he would unleash that his rage, anger, as if to say you are the one who made him poor. They take it so personal that they have actually killed innocent people in that state of taking it personally. I'm talking about the police. It got to a stage people started dressing, they kind of prefer to dress like wretched people, to look rough, somehow, unattractive, poor, in order to evade the police stop and search. Because he wants to know why you are using a phone of 500,000 naira. And he is using a phone of just 20,000 naira tagged together with a rubber band. So he's going to hit you for it. So coming from that background, all you have to do, which is what many people are doing in a corrupt, violent society like that of Nigeria, they just do everything to avoid having anything to do with Nigeria police. Now, in this day and time of social media, Nigeria policemen are picking their enemies on social media. The same way you will say, I don't like that person. I don't like this one. If I meet this one-on-one, I know what I go do. If I meet this, I go deck him. All because of your activities on social media. A lot of you have won yourself so many enemies, so many friends too. Abi? Because in the process, you go see your friend will say, me too. So if I catch this Mayegun, I go beat her and I say, he stole phone. Another person will say, no be only you, Jare. My brother, if I see this man, I go beat him too. So you begin to make friends. Police in Nigeria are also picking on Nigerians as enemies. If you kind of turn yourself to the government critic on social media, somebody who can say whatever they can, because you know what I mean, you are already on their radar. Just pray, say nothing go make you do anything where go be, whether not illegal, anything which I go bring you together that will make you have to tell them, Oga, sorry, sir. Please, Oga, please. I'm very sorry. Anything that will push you to say sorry to Nigeria police with a sharp mouth like me, Mayegun, you have to avoid it totally. That's my own advice. You they abuse them. You they call them names. People they respond, they hail you. Sometimes when before Facebook started this madness with my Facebook page, if I just come and I say, I'm gonna call Luti, this call Luna madman. Oh. Are you with me? A lot of you will come there. This Mayego is funny. I say all of you are laughing. The day they will catch me and beat me up, una no go dey there. Una go say sorry, sha. They no kill me. Oh, so sorry, my good, sorry. So, which means if I'm going to find myself in anywhere close to Nigeria, anything that will make me say oga beg to police, I must avoid it. Unfortunately, Nigerians are more divided now. Everybody look for everybody. Share you get. The last time we sharing the para, you won't believe it. Oh, now obedient sharing the para for here. I'll show you. Watch this again.
Instagram can't explain. You know how many police I don't tear slap? They'll say because you be fella picking. It doesn't matter because Jesus be God picking.
Yeah, you know how many police I don't tear slap? I dare for you. You know that kind of thing, right? Ah, Baba. Ah. There's this comedy. There's this guy, I think he always kind of speak waffy. You know, this worry waffy or so. He say, Rukewe, don't go slap soldier. Aye, Rukewe, R.I.P. Rukewe, just go like that. Rukewe, why? Rukewe, why? Why you go slap soldier? Rukewe, why you can't die young like this? Rukewe, why? That's exactly what it feels like. You know how many times I don't roast police? Now policeman share this video for me.
Instagram can't explain. You know how many police I don't tear slap? They'll say because you be fella picking. It doesn't matter because Jesus be God picking if he die for you. You must know who you are before you make your move. So I make my move from where I did because I know who I am. That's how I must make my move. Enyike, we have your time. Me, I have your time. Instagram can't explain.
So, after the whole thing, Seun Omogbon Idan in left in a house for the weekend. You know, if Nigeria police arrest you on Friday, they won't discuss your case until Monday. You go sleep for cell that Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Now Monday afternoon, they will come say, okay, yeah, come, we'll talk. So Seun, smart guy, avoided the police. They went to his house. They said Seun is on the run. On the run, ba wo kilo Seun payoni. Which one is Seun is on the run? You these people, all of this on social media, on Twitter, police. Now police the update. Police the update say we go catch him. We go catch him anywhere we go. I said, what did you do? Shall you get? So me I dey follow. Yesterday we are not call here. I was too tired. I was following everything. So Seun, yesterday, Monday, with his lawyer, they went straight to the police. I first read somewhere they said, now Baba Falana, the Seun's lawyer. I said, well, that is a revolutionary son, Abi, a Lutheran son. Now just a matter of hours, they go settle them now, they go. So I was looking forward to that. Omo, Inote. And so this image popped up. Seun in handcuff. Kilo day. They say because he is a violent person. So if you saw that video where he was slapping that police officers, where he was angry, was raging, and everybody is saying that now because say Seun they smoke igbo. A lot of people have made so many jokes and all of that, but the joke is it's not actually funny. But the video shows that yeah. So the people were asking, why do you have to handcuff him? He came in voluntarily. You didn't arrest him. He came in voluntarily, like normally. They said, no. We didn't do that just for show, okay? Now our procedure. If we see that somebody get violence, by law, we're supposed to restrain them. Because if he get angry, that place, and if they do that thing again and they start slapping people, say, okay. They say it's just for that moment and all that. Okay. So we were waiting. Because whatever happened is bailable, Abi. So they said that they were going to charge him to court. So they have to charge him to court in 24 hours. This was yesterday. But because he don't play to their hands. You know, person where they won't born before. Because you don't play to our hand. Oh, yeah, come here. This morning, some of you are already laughing that it was the one who led the morning devotion for other inmates they brought out of their cells in Lagos. I said, listen, I don't know what happened, but police had to share this image. What do you think was the purpose? The purpose is to tell all of you whether you are licking their asses today, or you are fighting them frontally. You are a target always. You will always be a target. And it is what the system kind of operates on. They shown an international artist with other inmates, and they took his mugshot. CNN, BBC, and the rest of this international media are already picking them. Something that will hurt his own brand, or it will have to work extra to kind of, come back from this. But the Nigeria police, they are not done. You know the story now. When they appeared in court today, they secretly took him to a secret place, a secret magistrate court. In that court, they didn't tell his lawyer. When his wife showed up, they sent his wife away. The shit started getting serious. When they got to that court, they told the court, they said, they want to hold him for 21 days to finish investigation. The police officer, Seun slapped. He did come as you see, you will know that they have interest in him. They've been waiting for a period like this, right? And for whatever it is worth, sure you get, they will use him as an example. So he played into their hands, and before he played into their hands, it was among those who were already burning bridges. The obedient is the only sane, viable political structure that has routed the establishment in Nigeria. And there have actually been those who have received the most attacks. And there have been those who have been killed because they chose not to be with people destroying people and APC. And unfortunately, those who were supposed to be human rights activists and fighters, they chose to attack them and set them up, gaslight them up for different attacks too, including Seun Kuti. So who's going to now start saying free Seun, free Seun? When they begin to come for these people, who are those who are going to start, mobilizing and moving to shake this system for them when they've already set every bridge ablaze? I'm just being honest. So they said the police officer where Seun slap don't go to coma. Abba, shoru kalufi balitini. Now just in take slap him. But that's Nigeria police for you. Nigeria police, they will stop you. They will ask you for money. If you are unable to give them what they are demanding for, they will frame you and they will put you in front of their media that will take your pictures and spread it everywhere and say you are arrested as a Yahoo boy, arrested as a ritualist, arrested as a kidnapper or armed robber, arrested as whatever they will say they arrested you for. But guess what? They will still collect that bribe and release you. But you see that your image everywhere. That's that Nigeria police. But for somebody like Seun, who is very much recognized, the court granted him bail today. But the police are saying that they should give them 48 hours. They are doing some investigation. Almost person will slap police officer on the road. Now police is searching his house for investigation. Investigation for what? For how you slap him? Or which one? Baba, he played into their hands. And now everybody is now saying that don't do that. Don't use them. I'm not blackmailing you. I'm just explaining to you that it would have been completely avoidable. If you are somebody like Mayegun, you should never find yourself in a situation where you go say sorry to police. Because you go say that sorry, they say that sorry enough that they will mess you up. Now they are investigating him for attempted murder. I'll be waiting go be that person where they come. Police they come. Police where we saw in the video. When no fall down, die. They say they come right now. And they are searching his house. Think about what's going to happen next in that. Meanwhile, I have this info I think I should drop just before I take calls, okay? because I'm going to go make a cup of tea and then take calls, okay? Now, these are the debts according to states where their governors are living. You can do with this, whatever you want. And if you have seen it before, great. But look at this one. Obasanjo left the debt of $2.1 billion, foreign debt. Yaradua plus Jonathan left the debt of, plus the debt of Obasanjo, left the debt of $7.3 billion US dollars. Bokwari alone has incurred over 41.8 billion US dollars. Right? So remove 7 billion. That means Bokwari has incurred over 34 to 33 billion US dollars. And this is just the foreign, the foreign debt. Add 21 trillion, which is, or more. I'll leave it at that. So what happened is that if you have a chance of preparing for what is to come, and a sick Kolu coming to take you out of wherever Bokwari is going to dump you, I would advise you to think again. Or in fact, prepare. Thank you. I'm going to put you on hold to go and make myself another cup of tea. And when I get back, I'm going to take calls for the next 1 hour, 30 minutes, which is 90 minutes. Get yourselves ready for same. And before then, like this broadcast, okay? Like it, share it, subscribe to my channel. And when I get back, we'll go on with this. Suwe. I actually had a caller there. Hello there. Right. I must have lost him. So I'm going to take another one. Sir, if you are still watching, you should try and call back. So, hello there.
Hello, my good general.
Hey, the Prince Judgeman.
Yeah, my good Baba.
How are you?
With the hello, with the hair, yeah, to Kano Mike.
I just drop him. I see my hear from the brethren too.
You do well, you do well. Baba, family now.
We thank God, though. Thanks for asking. Oh, how yours?
I said, make a call before I begin the hot.
But I be like saying, no, they hot already. Oh. I
So,
mean, I see
Baba,
them, yeah, it's just rolling and rolling. But yeah, fire on, the Prince.
Baba, this show matter where you carry come today. They make me laugh, they make me cry.
It don't
at
know
the
they
same
read
time.
for exam. It don't they pass. It don't know they pay for transportation, and it don't know they late. Here you get. It don't know they work, but it don't they chop.
I'm
Police
telling
don't they arrest
you,
it don't.
Baba.
Now it don't they arrest police. You get that? But they say when it don't do too much, it don't fit turn to a donwo, which is exam. Go on.
Now for blockers they hold that guy, yo. For blockers.
It be like specifically they find. They don't look for him since.
Basket man don't they start the leak again, no. They don't go put shoe. I don't go. I know say I said that they say this guy don't put a leg for oversized shoe.
He don't put
You know where a mouth don't run. So they run enter. They have Sunday, but they have none. They can I say this guy hand done there for him body. Hand done there for him body. It's unfortunate anyway because now I'm be artist like me, and they look at the repercussion. In career done there online. No,
anyway, where you go now, you go everybody go they try to, but it go work out to bring on to that. You know what I mean? Like it needs to go on a tour. Just go on a tour. Leave Nigeria. If they leave on. Or as it be,
which tour you go?
Go jail 6 months.
Any Igbo country where you go, so Igbo they forget like we if we don't chop a we do a like this, we'll forget. Igbo they keep record well. Any country where you go, where no be zoo, like Nigeria, I'm telling you, then go stone and come up for stage.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. You see, and to make matter worse, you never get any song where be hit song on your own. My papa, this thing copyright the places all these days. These guys, the papa song, guys love her too much. Baba na Bible for grave na Baba. Why you go? Make we put that one aside there. Nigeria happened to them now, so they go settle themselves. Nigerian police they go do gra 1 week. They go collect their own shop. Everything go down. So it be. Nigeria go to move forward. We are coming to. We are coming to your palace this May 30th.
And for the
we are coming to
Biafran Heroes Day or Remembrance Day, it is.
Yes, Biafran Remembrance Day. Now for Scotland this year.
Don't give me invitation already. I don't get invitation.
Baba bego make you there live and direct.
It's in Edinburgh anyway. I'm coming. I'm gonna be there.
Oh, thank you very much. Now for your palace with that, so it
don't be my palace. That's like 1 hour drive from me. I go have to like drive 1 hour to Edinburgh, but it's gonna be worth it anyway.
Wow.
So I'm gonna be there.
That's more. Not journey with that, so
it's a small price.
Well, we thank you. We thank you in advance.
Thank you.
You go there hot, so you go there hot because we are coming in numbers from London, all over UK. We are storming Edinburgh, on 30th May. We want Danger Way. They made them put their satellite. He said Biafra is coming home. And Oduduwa is coming home. You know, Granofi stop him.
Thank
You
you,
know,
Prince.
my good general, I want to drop one thing. There's something that I noticed.
Right.
You see this $800 million where these people go borrow for World Bank.
Yes.
Where they want, they say they want, whether they say they want to give poor Nigerians a big, you know. My you know, this thing when I suspect, you know, say this man where there for Aso Rock, where saying go run enter mini jail. That's a man, you know, say general, any general, they get security for life. Maybe you know.
Well, he's a former
Anywhere where
president.
general there, whether I retire, or they get army full, you know, full anywhere where they. No person feel even no person feel near that place. Anywhere where I'm not car the day for a house. So when this guy they tell Nigeria say he go enter Niger if he hot. You know, say now the kind of don't talk and say after when he do this thing, he go escape. And when he escape, he will not want anybody to trace where he did. That's why he has already told them journalists should not come to interview him. That's the first warning he gave to Nigeria.
They should just leave him.
Nobody should call him. The $800 million, Baba, now the money well, they want to pay this guy off before he take off.
Yeah.
And they tell you now this is a special intent that they give you, my ego. Janja way they just say we don't know what they do. Nigerians men I wake up you don't say them these people where they borrow them that money, they get their own cost inside. That's why they borrow them that money easily. Because they know say Nigeria don't they bankrupt. I don't see any reasonable lender where go see say you they bankrupt, go see they borrow you money. That means where did they go borrow that money for World Bank? There are some corrupt people inside there where they get their own kickback. Make Nigeria make them begin the right petition. You know, make World Bank begin to investigate all those people where they release those money for all these janja weed. Where they want to pay this fake Buhari before I go take off to Niger. My ego, I just want drop. I made a note say,
thank you so
IPOB,
much.
they see them, we know. All the way now they carry their talk, we know they forget. And when they play that, they are this thing. The only one Nigeria, people will put one Nigeria for their head, we go kill them. And then they listen. My good general.
Let me take another one, yeah.
God bless you, Jared.
I think I'm going to need myself a fan towel to start drying my face or open my window. Hello there. Oh, hello. Okay, I'm gonna take another one. Meanwhile, if you
oh
yes sir, how are you?
Yeah, you're good evening. How are you?
I'm very well, thanks for asking.
Okay, well, yeah, you wipe your face.
Nigeria has sweating. I couldn't get up and just go and open the window. I know it's mental, yeah.
Yeah, no, not even that. Nigerian situation can make people to start. Nigerian situation can make people to sweat in a cold weather. The situation of Nigeria can make people to start to sweat when the weather is freezing. Even if you're in the Eskimo, I'm telling you, that's how bad it is.
It can be very
right.
Well.
You sensed a lot of things that are very interesting this evening.
Please.
Do you know one? Do you know actually Nigeria is a very peaceful country. Nigerians are very loyal. If Nigerians are not loyal, trust me, all these our country will be burning by now. Do you know the news that we had in BBC? We had in the BBC, the publish of BBC about the rigging of the election.
Yeah.
Yeah. Countries that news will come up. As soon as they see that news, they will set the country ablaze immediately. Some countries in North America, And one of the reason I actually think that it is better for us to divide, to just go our separate ways, so that we will have a strong country or a strong institution, or to restructure the country, because Nigeria as a country has made us to be very weak. And if people start to revolt, if you are from Igbo, if you start to revolt, the other part of faith will not join you. If you are Yoruba, if you try to revolt. So when there is something going on, and these leaders, they are manipulating the situation, when something is going on, we cannot quickly, apart from when obedience come up, which hasn't really gone to the top level, we cannot unify and fight the establishment. And because they know we as a country, had it been, you have the Oduduwa, you have the Iowa, you have the Biafran. Trust me, all this nonsense will not be going on.
No.
Because if you're a president of Biafra and you start messing, you go and read the election, the people will revolt against you, but they will not have any effect. If you are the leader for the Oduduwa and you start tampering, people will vote against you. So you will not have a counterproductive from north or south.
I know.
But anytime that something is going on now, if you want to counter it, just look at this election we are talking about today. That the election that was completely obvious rigged. Yeah, look at what is happening. And the only reason all this manipulation is going on because we are not unified as a country. If we are one country, how in hell would election like this will be going on? Election that is widely obvious rigged, and people will be discussing about. They will burn the country down. They will destroy the country. But if we start to destroy the country, they will say people in Igbo in Lagos, you should go. They'll start killing Igbos. They will start using that against one another, then the whole institution becomes very weak. And this is what our leaders.
I don't think what happened in Sudan is even so. It's like 5% of what you have in Nigeria, what they just did in Nigeria. But look at Sudan.
Exactly. What these leaders are doing to Nigerians are very loyal people. I'm telling you, Nigerians, they are the most, because some countries they will burn the country down. Forget about what these people are doing to Nigerians. What they're doing to Nigerians is unbelievable. It's something that is unimaginable. Forget the reason of the election. Even the way the elite are showing them, abusing them with their words, using their words to abuse ordinary Nigerians, and ordinary Nigerians cannot talk. And they buy private jets. Their daughters are buying house of 2.5 million. Their sons are buying 11 million house. And they will see them on the road and allow them to walk. Nigerians are very, I'm telling you, they use Nigerians.
Let me take another one because of our time. Thank you so much for that. So I'm going to be strict with my time now, all right, so that we can take more people in, all right? Thank you so much. Here we go. Hello there.
So I'm going to be strict with my time now. Yeah, hello, Marigo.
Oh, hello, sir. You need to mute that video so that we can hear ourselves.
Okay, it's mute now.
Thank you. Now. So you two, you are live.
Yeah.
Sir.
Yeah, I want to make my own contribution.
Please.
You see, what I saw in Nigeria government are ruling Nigeria citizens with fear. That is, every Nigeria is so scared. They cannot stand for themselves. They cannot even say anything or talk or defend themselves because they are being ruled with fear. That is why Nigeria can never stand up to fight their oppressors. Let me give you an example.
Please.
Like, I think that was 2008, yeah, I was in Nigeria. I went to Ogba to see a friend of mine. I was not driving that because that time the Lagos state government were repairing the Iju Shaga road. So the road was so bad that I don't want to take my car through that place. So I follow a private, I took a taxi.
Right.
I come out because my friend said if I come out to not get to Ogba station, Ogba, what's it called? Bus stop.
All right.
There's a Chicken Republic opposite that place. I should go there. They called him. As I come out, I went to Chicken Republic. I was standing in the compound making my call. All of a sudden, somebody just walked to me. So I should hand over my phone to him. I said, why will I give you my phone? The next thing I hear, he put a gun on my stomach.
Oh.
He put a gun on my stomach, covered the gun with a white handkerchief. Put on my stomach. Say if I make noise, he will shoot me. He will put the gun on my body. He will label me as an armed robber. That they kill me. That the gun was my gun.
Oh, so it's not an armed robber that is robbing you. It's actually police.
It's a police. All of a sudden, as he was saying that, another 2 police officers walked to him, and the female police officer joined them. So he was serious, saying he's going to shoot me. I have to hand over my phone to him. I was holding 2 phones. He collected the 2 phones. They go through all the phone, the pictures, the messages, the contact, nothing they didn't check in the phone. The UK number that was on that phone is what put me in problem. How do you get UK problem land? Can't I get UK number? He said, no, you are a Yahoo boy. You can't get UK. How did you get
tell them that you live in the UK, like you came back from the UK or something like that? Or you just choose not to?
You can't say that. If you say that you are finished,
right?
You don't get there like that. So I can't tell them like I come for there. So they have to follow me. They say they will take me to police station to go and explain myself. Right. They stop a Dafo. They put me down. Everybody down. They had to come down. They put me there. As they were driving, they start picking people on the road.
Raiding on.
If they see anybody on the road, they just pick it. They stop and pick you. They put you inside. That's how they pick people. They take us to Ogba. We get to Ogba police station. If you see the way they were beating those people, they pick along the road. Each of them, they will take you to your bank. You will withdraw money and give to them. They will say 250,000. This that you will withdraw and give to them. People were paying. I said, I'm not paying anything. I don't have money. In the process, they say my phone lost. Took my phone. The police see them. They say he lost. And they kept me there 9 o'clock in the morning till 6 in the evening. They know in the police station there's a small Paco house they put at the back of the
kiosk on the side.
Yeah, that is where they took us to. We were there. So what now happened? Around 6 o'clock in the evening, or so 15 past 6, an elderly man that I know in the area put up, walk to that police station. I would go back at the back of the police station. And I saw me there. I said, what are you doing here?
You are not even allowed to call your people with your phone. I said, okay, I'm here.
I said my phone is lost. They said, my phone lost. I don't know if you call anybody now.
So you are just like pretty much like kidnapped. You are at their mercy that time.
Yes. Even when we hold me and while they say I go pay money before I go pay. I'll go with. So is that my way now come? That's it. What are you doing here? I don't know what that man fan called that. The man say he even tell me say he don't know what he make her come that place. He just come. No, now God said I come. They go say, what are you doing here? And I told you what happened. Because of that man, they now allow me to go.
But your phones were gone.
That was how I freed. And now went to a lawyer. Me the lawyer now went to the police station the next day. We went to see the DPO, get the names of those people, and we want to go to the rep building, Lion building in Keja, to file this petition. Okay. So one of them was an elderly man. He said he's going to retire in 3 months' time. That one was now begging that if they go this case, they go terminate your appointment, they're not going to give her pension, this, that was begging. Because of the man, they now say they go baffle for me, give me this, that. Because of that man, of course, okay, we go drop the case. So you know that woman that was with them had the same phone like my phone. They now say they go buy me phone so that I should call the next day. When I call the next day, they give me that woman phone because I saw that phone in that woman, one of them, that phone in her hand.
Yeah.
Probably he took my own. Now give me her own. Because her own is not good. They forced me to sign that the phone is good. It's in order, they bought in the computer village. I signed. I went to God, oh, the phone is not good, it's not working. I have to, if you put the phone in your pocket, it will hold by itself. I have to go back the next day, go and give them the phone, say I don't want, it's not good.
Policemen.
So they now give me money. They now give me money to go and buy a new phone. So that's how I buy phone. And the mechanic, one Yoruba mechanic that used to repair my car, I went to see him. I was explaining the whole thing to him. I said, oh, there's a commissioner of police that can repair his car that they take me there to go and report to the police officer to see what we can do. You know what the commissioner told me? He said you were even lucky. While they were keeping you that night, if everywhere is dark as you are going, there's that way to go, they will shoot in your back and they throw you away.
Commissioner of police told you that? Or that guy, that mechanic?
Yeah.
No, is it the commissioner of police that said that to you? That you are lucky, that it's not even?
Yeah. A retired police officer. He's a mechanic that took me to the retired police officer because he repaired the man's motor as well.
Right, I get that too. Wow.
No, he took me there when I was trying to fight the case. He took me there. So the police, that is why I accepted that money. Because the man told me, if you pursue the case, they're going to trace it to your house, they will kill you. Nothing will happen. And that night, if that man don't come, therefore allow you, when that dog come, they will say, make they go. As they go, they will shoot you for back. He said people that you see lost in Lagos, that's how they lost. That is what the Kenya police commissioner was telling me. It's because of that, it's not because of the beg of the old man, it's because what that commissioner told me. That is why I accepted that money.
You decided to just let go and get out of there.
Yeah,
indeed.
Because of my life.
See, thank you so much for sharing that. Ma, take another one. I mean, you see, there's something about Nigeria. Everybody has a story to tell. Others will tell you, I just let go, I just leave it for God. But there are near-death experiences. The Nigerians who have had the answer. Hello there, sorry.
Hello, Mayagun.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. This is Odogu.
Odogu. Baba, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I'm calling from the U.S. Mayagun, I just have like 3 points to make, and I'll make them quickly.
Yes. Go on.
You see what Seun did? Seun did what an average Nigerian who is very sincere would do. You see that slap?
Yep.
That is what a lot of us are wishing to do to a policeman.
If we get them, if we do one-on-one with them, no camera.
No camera. Just let's forget about killing. No, assuming if you get good conscience, you don't want to kill them, but to beat them. You see, this general beating. This is what an average Nigerian wants to do a policeman, because an average Nigerian is suffering on the street every single day in the hands of a policeman, and the Nigeria police is public enemy number one. Put me anywhere. Nigeria police is public enemy number one. The only thing
I second you because I know it myself.
The only thing holding people from reacting is because of our religiosity that has become a Stockholm syndrome disease. That's why people live and for God. Anything live and for God. You see what Nigeria police is doing in a serious country where people have licenses for guns. Nigeria police will be dealt with. The people will be picking them one after the other. And I'm not predicting doom. But with what they are doing, days are coming when people will no longer have that kind of conscience of letting go. They are just triggering something that they cannot handle. Two, I want to tell a story. And former Inspector General Michael Kiro, if you are listening to this, I want you to listen to this.
Please.
In 2008, after I was serving in Bauchi, former Inspector General Michael Kiro, his son happens to be my classmate, Samuel. I came into Abuja for the first time. Our vehicle spoiled from Bauchi. Our vehicle spoiled on the road. So we are trapped so many hours on the road. So I didn't have anywhere to go to. The only thing I remembered was I have a classmate who lives in Abuja, and then his father is an inspector. I didn't have any of his contacts. What I did was I took a cab to Fort, where the Inspector General lives in Maitama.
Mm-hmm.
I took a cab to that place. I dropped in front of that place. So I told these security men started asking me, who are you looking for? I told them I came to look for a guy. They were like, look at you, wearing a copper wear. I was dressed in my 4x4 and NYSC. I told them I came to look for him. They said, are you on appointment? I said, no. So they started asking me to leave that place. I thought they were joking. I told them I just came to see him. His son happens to be my classmate, Samuel. That I came to see him, and if the son is there, I'd like to see them. These guys didn't believe me. They started beating me. Hitting boots. My brother, they broke my teeth. I had to come down to I had to fix my teeth as I came to US. They broke my teeth.
I see. Now, yes, I can imagine that kind of assault.
Assault. When they were hitting me, incidentally, after that beating, Oga came back. You see, when these guys came around, they came around and started. Oga came back and saw me because after beating me, they told me to leave. I pretended as if I've left and went to another corner and stayed. So Oga came back. Okiro drives at night sometimes on his own. He drives his car, but he will have his security. So as he was driving, he saw my car. If Okiro Michael, Oga, Chief, if you are listening to this is what happened that night. I'm confessing this now. If you are listening, wherever you are, this is what happened that night in 2008. The couple that you sent to the hotel to sleep that night, this is me. So Mike Okiro saw me. I said, what are you doing here, Copper? I said, sir, I came to see you. Your son is my classmate in the minor seminary. Your son is my classmate, Samuel. He said, oh, Samuel is not here. But what do you need? I said, I don't have anywhere to stay. I'm just stranded. He said, okay. Let him, he's coming. So at that moment, all these policemen, they gathered around me and, started petting me, started talking to me. Oga now came out. Oga now drove into the compound and came out. So I stood in front of them. He started asking me, familiar questions. And then next, he told two of the security men to take me to a nearby hotel in that same area.
What do you
where
really
I can
want
lodge
us
for the
to
night?
pick, because of our time, I don't have much of that time. Okay,
yeah.
If you,
so,
please.
So what I'm saying is,
please.
What I'm saying is, the experience that I had that day, the beating, ever since that day, I wish I had a policeman. I would personally beat my own. I would personally treat them that way. Because of the injury they gave me, I had a broken rib. Because of that guy, he kicked me in my rib. So what I'm saying is, the kind of hatred people have in Nigeria, the public enemy number one is the police. So I don't pity any policeman that goes into this kind of trouble. Police is supposed to be your friend, but unfortunately, they are not your friend.
They are not. I mean, I have my own experience too.
The last point I want
to one. Yeah, just the last one, please. Go on.
It's not the first time. So I just want to highlight this. I've had several assault times. One of which when the day I came back from the US, I was assaulted too. But that's by the way. The last one I wanted to mention is Buhari is planning to leave with 2 aircraft.
Right.
This is from a very reliable source. The aircraft he mentioned that he was going to sell, Buhari is planning to leave with 2 aircraft. And the fleet of cars that he bought with Nigerian money. I hope that Nigerians would ask him to drop those aircraft. It does not belong to him. The other point about the money has been mentioned. Yep. About $800 million.
Prince Jejeman talked earlier. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. I know that I've said that before, that a lot of people, their experience with Nigeria police, if there is no camera, what they will do to them one-on-one can best be imagined. But thanks for sharing that with us, sir. I have another caller on the line. Hello there.
Hey, Chief Mayegu, how are you?
I am very well, sir. Thank you. How are you?
Well, I'm calling from US. I was listening to the conversation of Seun Kuti slapping police.
I know.
Stuff like that. Of course, that is not support them.
Assault.
But Mr. Mayegu, listen to it. If I am a Christian, but if I have opportunity that to strengthen Nigeria, that they will be the first person that the set of police on the road. I need to set them on fire. I will set them ablaze.
What happened?
I have three of them as my husband. I know the atrocity these people are playing. They are the most dangerous people. They are the most corrupted people. They kill a lot of people. People are disappearing because of these stupid people. We need to go wired. I'm telling you, Mr. Mayegu, if I have opportunity to be in that country, I'm going to come with a bunch of machine gun and kill most of them. I'm not supposed to say this on your show, but this is the truth. Mm-hmm. This is where we're going to start. This is where we're going to start to stay that country before we go to the senator's house and begin to kill everything and get break and everything one by one. Mr. Mayegu, it's enough. Enough is enough. If we don't go this wired, it's not going to stop. Mr. Mayegu, I'm just going to drop that. Thank you for taking my phone. We got to go crazy.
I was going to ask you that would you like to share what brought this kind of determination